Alright guys, so you're going to see a video of me doing some walking exercises to work your feet a little bit differently when you're normally walking, but I'm just going to show you a few things I forgot to say. And the first thing is the important thing I've been talking about in the last 3 videos, which if you haven't watched, watch them, is to work those frag muscles when you're walking. So I first started out doing the lunge walking, which was a wider step, really bringing your foot up. You see that? Bringing the foot up higher, stretches the hamstring and the calf. You're really pushing through that motion. So a longer step. But make sure you're tightening your core and everything else and working your neck, back, and your shoulders. That's important. Do that as much as you can when you're walking. You don't have to do it all the time, but try and do that. That's one thing I forgot. And also, another thing you forgot is you do some high knees when you're walking. All right, and then the same thing, you do the heels butt when you're walking too. So that works. Different muscles there. When you're going back, you're working your hamstring and stretching the quad. So that's better than doing the short steps. All right. Everything else in the video is good. That's all I want to say.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is my morning walk. It's getting cold out, so you want to try to get some sunshine when there is sunshine because it's great vitamin D. Just make sure you got your skin exposed for at least 15 minutes a day to some sunshine. So I'm going to run you through some of my different walking techniques. So I'm going uphill right now, and you'll notice I'm trying to stay in the middle of the road. It's because if you're off to the side of the road, it slopes a little bit. You'll feel your left leg is longer because of the slope in the road. So if you can, stay in the middle. So when I'm going uphill, I like to take longer, slower steps. Hey, the shadow actually works here. You can think of these as lunge steps. So you're slowing it down, really working through the full stride. You'll notice I'm bringing my toe up if you look at the shadow. And then I'm pushing down, rolling through the arch, pushing off the toes. This really works your hamstrings, stretching them, and working your quads as you're lunging, taking longer steps. This opens up your hips a little bit, makes them work. All right. A lot of people get tightness in their hips, so this is important, and so is the next one I'm going to show you. So it's called the side step, or the grapevine. I kind of do this zigzaggedy if I'm going up a hill. First rule of walking is you're not in a rush. It's quality over quantity. So you notice one leg goes behind and it goes back in front. This works your abductors and your adductors. If one is working, the other one is stretching. You can do this straight in a line too if you want. And you can do it a bit faster. What you need to do is switch it up eventually. And I don't trip. I'm trying to record myself. I can't do it right now, but you want to throw your arms into that. Depending on your skill level, you'll get better as you go. It's really cold out here. All right, so now we're going downhill a little bit. So when I go downhill and there's no cars, I turn around backwards. Now you'll notice the difference between going forwards and backwards is exactly it is backwards. So my toe is what's hitting first. Now I'm rolling backwards through the arch, pushing off the heel. Why do I do this downhill? Because do I have a shadow anymore? I don't. There. No, you can't really see. but the heel is dropped more, which is one reason why I wear these funky shoes. It's because when you have heels in your shoes, it forces your Achilles to be more contracted, for the muscle to be shorter. When the heel drops more, especially when you're going downhill, because it's angling that heel lower, you're getting more of a stretch than you're getting throughout the day. And it's good to do a little zigzag motion too if you want, depending on the sharpness of the hill, so you don't fall over. It's good to look behind you. Don't always look the same way, because then you hurt your neck. If you look left, look right. Alright, so you can actually pick up the backwards running if you wanted to. A little faster. Make sure you're not staying on your toes though. You want to go through the full range of motion. And I am doing a zigzag, because it works your hips differently. Variety is the spice of life. The problem that we have in America, we're always walking on flat surfaces, linearly, not changing it up at all. We wear shoes that keep our feet locked in one position like a cast. So when I'm going back and forth, my toes are working, they're pushing out from different angles, working different stuff. Alright, you guys got it? What else can I talk about here on my morning walk? Key things are, don't shuffle step. A lot of people walk flat-footed like this. You want to take longer strides. Bringing the toe up. I got my shadow again to help me really push through. I don't care if you gotta go slower to do that. We're going back uphill again, so I can do my lunge walking, taking wider strides. That doesn't give it justice. Maybe that does. Can't really see. And switch it up every once in a while. I'll do my zigzag, easy run. I'll do a couple left. I'll do a couple right. Work your arms, unlike I'm doing right now. You get better movement. Then I go backwards. And you can do this walking, you don't have to do it running. And then I'll switch forward again. So running, for you runners, it's the exact opposite of walking. When I walk a heel strike, which you should do, it stretches the Achilles, but when you run, pounding on the heel can hurt your knees and your hip. That's a lot of pounding. The foot is designed to take the pressure in the arch more towards the toes. So when you run, keep on your toes. You might be able to hear the difference here. This is toe running. This is heel running. Hear the pounding. Notice how the pounding goes away. I'm going uphill, so it almost forces you to do more toes anyways. Alright. My shadow's completely covering me now. What else? What else can I talk about? Breathing. I'm very stuffed up, so I'm breathing through my mouth. It's bad. Into the nose, out through the mouth. Don't kill yourself. This dry weather, you're going to want to drink some honey and lemon during your walk or after. Help your throat from getting too sore. Right? Mix it up. Little zigzaggies. Zigzag backwards, zigzag forward. The most important thing is get outside and just move. Very important. You can work on your Messiah pose while walking. Can't show it to you because I gotta hold the camera, but you want, there we go, shadow. Arms out to the side, palm forward. Tighten your neck muscle and tighten the core. That's a great way to do your lunge walking. If you have 2 dogs, you can hold them in both hands right at your sides. And that will activate your triceps and your rhomboids. Just don't let them pull your arms out of your socket. This actually prevents that from happening. A lot of people, they're holding the dogs forward, getting pulled forward. My hair is a mess, I know. That's pulling you all forward. You're getting all hunched when you walk. So don't let the cold get to you. It's better to stand up straight. Let's try some of that. Messiah pose while walking. Great with the lunge steps. Alright, I better head back. Get to work. There's my wife. I'm ahead of her because I take longer strides and she has the dogs. Alright guys,